What's up, Kepler Creek? It's time to go scouting.
Bro, I almost caught that.
You got that heater on full blast. You got all the windows down, and you're just you're such a idiot.
2.5 miles back. Welcome to the scouting trip. I was just trying to get rid of a clip that I recorded, and I accidentally wiped out the entire memory card. So that's great. So anyway, here we are. All we can do is what we do. But I'm 2.5 miles back. I just found my first rub line, and so what I have here is a confluence of several transition lines. And so if you're not familiar with transition, there's hard transition and there's soft transition. And hard transition is something more like a creek, which I actually have over to my left right now. It's something you can see on a map where oak trees become pines or woods become grass. That's hard transition edge. And you have soft transition or subtle transition where you can't see it from a map, but you get in here and you have open patches like you can see behind me right now, and then all of a sudden you have this thicket that pops up, and so all these little sapling trees end up taking and making it a natural obstacle that things want to go around or bed in. And so that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for edge, I'm looking for rubs, I'm looking for food. So this place has everything together. It has edge, it has oak trees that are going to start dropping here before too long, and it's got both soft and hard edge, which I know I said edge like 18 times. So new game, you have to send $1 to Kepler Creek for every time I say the word edge. But yeah, this looks like a great spot. I got a few trail cameras I'm going to put out. Walking several miles back in here, so we still got a lot more to do, but I'm gonna keep filming the things that I see as I go along. That's all I can do. So anytime that I hang a camera on public land, this is kind of my go-to setup. So what I do is I have a lone wolf stick, and it comes down to an 8er right here, and so I can get up and I can put that camera, I don't know, about 10 feet high. And it actually is perfect for this area because it actually slopes uphill right here, so I'm pointing. It's going to get a flatter picture than what I would have if I was just kind of face high. And so it also puts it out of reach of anybody who would try and steal a camera. Generally, people who try to steal stuff, they don't want to work hard. So another thing, don't steal people's crap on public land, okay? People work hard for their money, and yeah, it's not yours to take. All right, so I finally made it to a different kind of hard transition, and that's where the trees became different heights. I'll throw some clips in here where you can see the difference between them. I mean, it's so definitive. And then also the grass just grew another 2 or 3 feet tall. So coming up out of that creek bed bottom and into this, and as soon as you get up here, there's a bed at the base of the first tree that I come to. So we're gonna start working this edge all the way down, probably for another half mile, and see if there's anything that warrants another camera out. So I just really made it into this transition. I showed you that one bed, and that was the first of probably, I don't know, 20 that I've seen up to this point. I mean, this place is just absolutely littered with beds. So we're gonna mark this spot as bedding area, and then from here you begin looking and seeing, okay, well, there's a lot of oaks that are here, so they can feed in their bedding area. They have grass that's standing up. What's the next thing that I can go to? There's water right here. I'm gonna have to find where they're gonna have to pass through. So identify the bedding area, identify the food, and just begin working down, okay, where can you actually intercept them at? How can you access it clean? Just to give you an idea of how tall this grass is and just how hard it would be to hunt them in this area, because they can bed down. This grass is about 4 foot tall. I'm 5'10", and you can see some of it right here. Like, you stand it up beside me, and that's to the tip of his shoulder. Now it's bending over. So 3.5 feet tall. A deer could bed out in here, and I could walk right by him and never see him. So this is hard stuff to hunt because it's so open, so flat, so monotonous underneath. Like the deer, they can see, I mean, I could probably see 400 yards in some places right here. So got to find the right places to intercept them out here. Man, this grass is so tall, so tall. Good thing it's sprayed down. Whew. Red bug's gonna be killer. Alright, so this is another example of edge. All this right here has been so open. I'm walking through, I mean, it's just a bunch of dry grass. But then I get over here, I saw there was a another creek that should hold water on the map. And so I get over here, and all of a sudden it got real thick real fast. I found a rub immediately, and I think I see another one right now, and so bed started picking back up. So I found out that a lot of this ground is not used. And that's what you're gonna find. Like, deer don't just cover a whole area. They're gonna be in pockets in certain places. And so you gotta find where they are. Water's key. And so why would they walk 350, 400 yards to find water when they can bed right beside it and eat right beside it, and they'll be fine. So I found this edge. I'm gonna start working my way back towards the bicycle. Been out here, I don't know, probably about 2.5 hours. So I'm gonna start working my way back. Still only put out the one camera, but if I see something else that's worth it, I'll put up another one. Well, first large game animal encounter of the day. Just busted up a big old pig that was bedded down. So, pig needs a lot of the same things as a deer. He just didn't need quite as specific stuff. So, maybe we'll be able to find a spot where we're really getting into him. All right, so I'm on my way out. Found a 4-wheeler trail. And so, quick access out and trying to make it back home at a specific time for my wife. But as I was coming out, I decided to pop up on this little edge, big berm you can see right here. And so there's a big trail that runs down the middle of the spine of it. So I went ahead and put out a camera, and we're gonna let them soak, see what happens. Remember that camera I just put out? Yeah, scratch that. If you see behind me, this is the 4-wheeler trail. It comes right down the top of the levee. And I thought it was going to break back into the woods back over here. Nope. So that worn out trail is just where people walk. So going to pull that one down. Waste of time. Sucks us up. There's a hog right here in the trail. I mean, he is right here. Just walking this main 4-wheeler trail out, and right here, kind of a confluence of other walking trails that you can't bring a 4-wheeler down. And I see some right here. This creek kind of comes across, and there's still some standing water in it. And that pig was just down there soaking in the ruts. I think he's still right here. I don't know. We'll have to see. Kind of don't like that. All I have on me is a knife. It's good, but man, that was a massive pig. And he just got up and walked right over to the other way. See if he's still right there. Yeah, you can see where he was up in there. There's the pig right there. He's standing. Did you see the size of the tusks on that boar? Man, he was probably 250 pounds. I know I don't want to get in a fight with him, so glad we got a wide berth. But that might be one of the same pigs I saw the other day. Well, at least be able to put some pork in the freezer this year, I think. Let's get out of here. Alright, so I'm back here at the bike, so it's probably going to wrap up the day of scouting. I'm about to hop on and go back, but just want to talk through a few things that I did today. One, I put a lot of miles on the ground. I think on grand total, I rode 1.5 miles back, and then I walked 4 miles. In that, I found that a lot of the animals are using the same types of habitat where there's a lot of hard edge, the same place where I saw the hog last time. In all the loop that I did through most of the woods, I didn't see much of anything, but whenever you found hard edge, that's where I saw a hog. I saw 2 deer. Just happened to be walking along the trail, and they were standing off to the side. Happened to see one of them's butt, and got some footage of them. But yeah, apart from that, I mean, I didn't come across a whole lot. It's really dry conditions out here. There's not a whole lot of water, and so I think that's the key. You find water and you find hard edge together, and that's gonna be where the animals are at right now. And that brings me to something else that I want to talk about is why did I put the camera where I did? I put it on historic rub line, and It's by a creek, and there's some other things that are happening right there. But the reason that I did that is because I don't really care where the deer are right now. I want to see where those deer are going to be at later on in the season. And so I have that camera, and it's going to sit there for a long time. And so whenever that area starts to light up, that's whenever I'll move back in there. But until then, I'll try and work some other stuff that's a little bit closer. And I'll probably, I mean, in 2 times out here, I could have gotten a shot on a hog 2 times. And so early season, I might just try and do a little bit of spot and stalk with the hog, and use that as scouting time in the process. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, go ahead, like, subscribe, check out some of the other videos, and I can't wait for season to start. We'll be rolling some content to you then. See ya.